Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to That Real Texas Team podcast as we are going to talk about everything that's been going on in H-Town. My name's Curtis. I'm the host of the show. With me, as always, my resident co-hosts up at the top right. We call him Chris. He's also known as Pac-Man Freestyle and the host of That's Crazy Podcast and Talk. Please head over to the channel, like and subscribe. Chris, how we doing?
Oh, man, I'm here. Ready for the 2025-26 season to start.
You look, with no facial hair, you look like you're ready for your 21st birthday.
Man, so long ago.
Down here at the bottom, we got Mike, a.k.a. Mike Sincere, the mastermind behind at Mas3 Productions, and you can follow him across all the social medias at Mas3 Productions. Mike, how we doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Like I said, I'm loving the laid back energy. It's feeling very Derek Stingley. They just gave that man $90 million, and he was just, I'm great. I was like, okay,
yeah. Why we the real Texas team? We the real Texas team. We sign our players like we're supposed to.
Yep.
Oh,
that's right.
Oh,
that's right, Jerry Jones. Fuck off, Gerald. Gentlemen, we're gonna be covering a lot of different stuff today. We're gonna be talking about the most recent moves. We're gonna talk about Daniel Jeremiah's most recent mock draft, and then we're gonna do our own mock draft of our own. So let's start with the moves. We'll start with the extensions. Derek Stingley, you just mentioned it, 3-year extension, $89 million guaranteed on a $90 million contract. How are we feeling about that?
Go ahead, Mike.
Me personally, like I said, I like the money. I did, but even at the point we talked about it, Curtis, I was questioning. I was like, damn, I wish it was longer. Then the specs came out. This is actually, that man's here for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
I'm good. I feel much better about it now.
Yeah, no.
And those guys up there in New York are sitting up there bullshitting with Sauce's money. That man's going to ask for more. Does he deserve more? No. Nick Casario, I'm not going to question shit else. No, yeah, I am. I'm going to question some other shit you do in video. But good job, Nick.
Yep. Preliminarily, it looks like the Derek Stingley pick over Sauce Gardner has been the fucking banger. Chris, do you have anything about Derek Stingley's
so like the Derek Stingley, because of course I've been paying attention to that. The Derek Stingley thing, I'm extremely happy because you got to understand, from the last defensive back, was it J.C. Horn? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Got the last contract. His contract is like $25 million a year. So that's a big jump, number one. You got to understand it's a big jump, the way he reset the market. I think that's awesome. I like to see things like that, especially when we're the team that's doing something crazy. And, it was a huge splash to me. So I'm really happy about that. Now you're making it to where the next highest paid, because regardless of the fact, Sauce is going to ask for more. Does it mean Sauce is better? No, that does not mean that Sauce is better. But that's going right now, and we said that. So I'm extremely happy about it because Sauce ain't the only one they got to pay. We ain't got to pay CJ yet. I know we coming up, but Sauce ain't the only one they got to pay.
I will tell you this. The only thing that I will say that was a little bit of a downside was maybe a little nervous. David Mulugeta is J.C. Horn's agent. He got J.C. Horn overpaid. J.C. Horn ain't worth $25 million.
No.
That man, the issues we had with Stingley at one point, he can't stay healthy. It's J.C. Horn. And he got him $25 million. Then he got Derek Stingley, $30 million. Same agent. Bro, that's CJ's agent as well. I am terrified.
Hey, look, a lot of people forget this, but both Will Anderson and CJ Stroud are eligible for contract extensions next offseason.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're going to be paid.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, I think that we're going to pay. So we're going to pay them on time, regardless.
Oh, I know. Yeah, we're not going to pull the Cowboys. I know we're going to pay them on time.
I think that, like, what people are mad about the moves and things that are going on, but we've drafted like what people don't understand, and I'm not going to compare it to the Super Bowl champions, but that's kind of how it's looking. We're doing very well in the draft. We've been, I mean, except for drafting O-line for some reason. But besides
We're
that,
3 out of 4
we've been
playing
doing
decent.
very well in the draft. I think the free agent signings have been pretty solid, regardless if they're 1-year deals. Like people don't like if you look at what type of deals the Eagles do, like with Zach Braun, he was signed to a 1-year deal, a 1-year prove it deal. And look at him, got a brand new contract. Like, people don't pay attention.
Bro, but I'm still questioning how the hell there's 2 teams that I've never understood. Philly and the Saints. How the fuck do y'all keep signing people? How?
Yeah. Well, the Saints freed up like
Philly, the Saints is a real question. I don't know how the Saints, and I know they just did Derek Carr's contract and they freed up like $30 million.
Bro.
Yeah.
But y'all do understand. Jalen Hurts is one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL.
Oh yeah, but his contract don't get till real late.
Saquon Barkley is one of the highest paid running backs in the NFL. AJ Brown is one of the highest paid receivers. The other guy over there, the little bitty guy, Devontae Smith, they paying the shit out of him too. And a bunch of linemen.
Yeah, but hold on.
Back until like 2027 or something like that. That's the reason they're still able to move. Because I have been paying attention to that. Because I was wondering the same thing. And you gotta understand, it's working out. They won a Super Bowl. Regardless if they win another Super Bowl, they won a Super Bowl with these guys right now.
Look at the Rams. At some point, that bill comes due.
Yeah, at some point the bill does come due, but I would like to point out that the Eagles, for all the money that they're spending on their quarterback and top 2 wide receivers, it's still half the amount that the Bengals spent on their quarterback and their top 2 wide receivers. So
T. Higgins is the king of overpaid. I don't care what nobody says.
Oh, and they have, they both have the same agent, also.
Yep.
Yeah, and he, you know what he did? He nut checked Cincinnati. They said if you don't give T. Higgins his money, Jamar check on too. So you got to pay him to keep me.
That was the obvious thing. Come on, they got the deal the same thing. Come on,
bro.
Man.
But T. Higgins isn't even a top 10 receiver.
No, but he's getting that top 10 money.
Yes, he is.
Yep.
And that's why Nico's sitting over there.
We say that, and we don't even know if T. Higgins could be a top 10 receiver because he has Jamar Chase on the other side.
No. A team can have 2 top 10 receivers. We've seen it before. T. Higgins is not that guy.
Oh,
he's just not
pretty good. Sure.
But if you compare him to other number 2s in the league, there's a couple numbers. Is he better than Devontae Smith?
See, I think so. I honestly think so. I'm gonna be honest. Like I believe, and just I know we're getting off subject, and I know we got to talk Texans, but like when it comes to T. Higgins, I think Jamar Chase being on the other side really hurts him because we don't know what we can see from him. That hurts him a lot. We really
I see what
don't
you're
know.
saying. I see what you're saying.
I do, but you don't pay a guy because you don't know.
Right. I think back to the days of Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
That was 2 top 10 wide receivers on the same team. One took basically the bulk of the focus on the defense and opened up things for the other one. T. Higgins also has problems staying on the field. That's mostly where his stats take the biggest hit, is the fact that he's missing 4, 5, 6 games every year.
Arguing about his paycheck
and still averaging almost 1,000 yards a season. He was at
he plays
951.
He plays for a team that can't run the ball.
It's true. That's why we have their running back now.
Can't run the ball.
So let's talk about these 2 additions. These are the 2 additions that have happened that were the most notable since we last saw each other, gentlemen. Number 1, and this is not the biggest one, Ron Darby joining the Texans after a disappointing year with the Jags last year, signs a 1-year, $2.5 million contract. Now, on paper, he's cornerback number 3, but he's not going to hit the field unless there's a call for 4 corners on the field.
Even then, he still may not.
My point exactly. I think that this is definitely a camp body contract. I think that they're going to probably get a mid to late round corner that they're really high on. Hell, I could see it in the third round, honestly. But
He's
Darby's
still
here for
better
that.
than the guy that was backing up last year.
Yeah, he's better than Okuda.
Yep.
You know, does he give you cornerback 3 level play? Yeah. And he's going to be cornerback 3 to 4. So I'm cool with that. I'm cool with this move because he's not a starter. If he becomes a starter, this becomes a problem. Not because we're banking on him, but because we have to bank on him if injuries happen. Kamari Lassiter and Derek Stingley on the outside, Petrie at that slot position, at nickel corner. I'm hoping we don't have to see Darby at all.
Well, and the thing is, C.J. Gardner-Johnson
Dude, I was gonna say,
can
can't
play.
talk about-
Hey, bro, I'd rather Jimmy Ward. All these Jimmy Ward and Petrie and C.J. Gardner-Johnson are all guys that have played corner as well. All of them.
I think that there's I can't imagine there's a world that we keep Jimmy Ward throughout this offseason. I think CJ Gardner-Johnson makes him expendable.
He's not going anywhere.
I mean, between Petrie, Bullock, and CJ Gardner-Johnson.
If Jimmy Ward was going to be gone, he'd already be gone.
I mean, maybe.
And that's because that's D'Amico's boy. He'd have gave him an opportunity. If he knew he was going to cut him, he'd have given him an opportunity to latch on with another team. If you do your player a disservice to cut him late.
I mean, fair.
That's why I think Jimmy Ward's here.
Okay.
What is he doing here?
We're going to find out.
He bet not start over Jalen Bullock. I know that.
No. Needs to be Bullock and CJ in the background or in the back. And then Jimmy Ward could be the backup for Jalen Petrie for all I give a shit.
Well, the thing is, if Jimmy Ward replaces Eric Murray, I'm fine. I'm perfectly fucking fine with that.
Yeah.
He becomes the other guy.
Yeah.
And he can lead in tackles his own tackle with teammates. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, for real. No more concussions to your own team, bud. All right. Now the big move, Cam Robinson, former Jaguars left tackle, twice franchise tagged, by the way, and then traded last season to the Vikings at the deadline. Cam Robinson has not played well the last 3 or 4 years. That didn't stop the Jaguars from twice tagging him, making him one of the top end paid tackles in this league. And we get him for up to $14.5 million. Definitely $12 million, but up to $14.5. If we get average, like middle of the road play out of Cam Robinson, we've done good for this move.
Let me ask you a question. Is Trent Baalke a smart guy?
That's why he's out of a job.
And he's the guy that franchise tagged this guy twice.
Yep.
That's the part that makes me nervous.
Well, look, we're not franchise tagging him. We're paying him. No. We're paying him, at least half.
I was about to say he's getting paid pretty good money.
Yeah, he's getting half of a franchise tag kind of money. Because if I'm not mistaken, the franchise tag takes like the top 5 at a position, averages it all together, and that's what your franchise tag is. So we're definitely getting a better deal than what the Jags were getting. I don't know if the Jags would have been paying him about this much that he would have ever left. It's just the fact that he had such a hefty price tag that he was forced out the door. If we get the same level of play that Cam Robinson's been giving, and he's in a system that, kind of fits him, and the rest of the offensive line is feeling cohesive, we're probably going to see a little bit better of a Cam Robinson. I'm not holding my breath on that.
Oh, okay, because I don't want you to die.
Not doing that. Not doing that. But there is an opportunity for Nick Caley and Cole Popovich to come in and actually have a cohesive offensive line. We don't have anybody who is a one of one in terms of offensive tackle movement like Laramie Tunsil, who kind of fucks up the whole feng shui of everything else. We got a bunch of average dudes, just play average football. We all move on with our lives.
Okay. You're making me feel a little bit better about it, but
and honestly, like, people are so mad about the way it's going. Like I say, I agree with the average dudes thing because golly, I mean,
Kansas City was in the Super Bowl and they just traded
even
everybody.
if it was to get worse, like what does it matter? It was so bad last year. Like,
Exactly.
If we can just, if you want to be honest, we'll be fine if just the penalties are cut down. That's like my main issue, the penalties. If we can cut down on the penalties, because the offensive line was like really bad with penalties. That was it was ridiculous.
You're so much of a nicer person than me. I'm sorry, I gotta keep CJ from being hit so goddamn much.
Yeah,
I would accept more penalties if you could protect CJ.
But they weren't doing that.
CJ better?
That's the problem.
Huh?
They weren't doing that though.
right.
They were getting penalties, and CJ was getting killed.
And that's why I can't accept status quo. I can't.
Right. But let's put it this way, okay? Let's look at it dollars and cents here, okay? Last season, Laramie Tunsil, Titus Howard, Shaq Mason. Those were our top 3 paid offensive linemen. You put all of their cap numbers together, you're looking at about $65 to $70 million between those 3 players. And we were bottom 5 in the NFL in offensive line.
And that's why when Laramie was traded, I understood it, because I was like, we have one of the highest paid offensive lines in the entire NFL.
And it flopped.
And they're bad. They're bad.
Now,
investing money in Titus Howard, I get it. He proved it. He earned his money for years. Shaq Mason, that was a bad investment. That was a bad investment, Nick. This is why Tampa Bay gave him to us. This is why. Because he's good for 1 year and then he's trash. This is why New England got rid of him. He has a good year to get paid and then he's trash.
Yeah.
Do you see a pattern here?
So also speaking on offensive line, we also have to think about this. Like you said, like you guys said, brand new system. I know it's regardless of the fact it's a brand new system. Think about it like this. Let's just say, hypothetically, I know obviously it's not going to happen because he's already gone. Think about if Slug would have still been here. And think about, I believe that if Slug would have still been here, you got different type of play calling. You got plays that are going to take longer to develop. What if we're not having these plays that are taking a million years to develop? What if we're having, and I'm not saying like dink and dunk plays. Of course, CJ wants to throw it down the field. We know that. What if they're preparing for a different type of play calling, and if you restructure it that way, because it's just the thing about it, man. Like,
as much as I want to throw Bobby in front of the bus, under the bus, drag his ass behind it, I can't blame all of that on him, because a lot of the times when CJ was getting pressured, it was the minute he snapped the ball. They weren't even long developing. These guys couldn't block for shit from the start.
Yeah.
Something had to change. And
if
Cole Popovich,
like, people didn't know their assignments, it seemed like
if Cole Popovich brings in a different blocking scheme, it could work. But being that he was on the staff last year, it does make me nervous that they might just roll out the same thing and hope that they get better results with a guy that's checked in. Because apparently Strausser was checked out from the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
That man was getting a paycheck.
Yeah.
And so that's the only reason why I'm not freaking the fuck out. It's because maybe Cole Popovich is a good goddamn coach. I do know the offensive coordinator is saying the right shit.
Yep.
The guys that he looks up to, the guys
Al-Shaair.
that he's going to build his offense off of, his mentality, his energy, he's saying the right shit. And when we think, listening to him talk and thinking about what we heard from Bobby when he first got the job, it makes me wonder, why the fuck did we ever have faith in Bobby?
Does Amico have faith in him? That's the reason we have faith in Bobby.
But Bobby sound like a scared kid that was applying for his first job.
Yeah.
That's what he sounded like. He was like, yeah, I'm really excited to be here. And I got a lot of different things that we're going to try to do. And like, these guys are great. They're all professional athletes. We all know how to play football. That's not the energy I'm getting from the new offensive coordinator.
No. Kaylee's got some gumption to him.
Night and day.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of Sean McVay in him. I'm not going to even lie. It creeps me out.
So going into the season, just to comparatively here, last season, top 3 on the offensive line, 65 to 70 million. This year, Titus Howard included, 23 million. We're just going to say Cam Robinson gets all that up to the 14 and a half.
Mhm.
And then the next highest paid offensive lineman gets $4.5 million.
Is that Lakin?
Yeah. And that's also up to $4.5 million.
Oh, yeah, because what's the call them? They're still on rookie deals, right?
Exactly.
And
So-
neither were first round picks.
Last year, our top 3, 65 to 70 million. This year, our top 3, right about 41, 42 million.
And that's if everything, they hit all their accelerators and bonuses.
Yeah. So we're freeing up cap space. We're trying to go for the long haul here. I imagine that from now until CJ's contract extension actually hits, it's going to be a lot of drafting offensive linemen trying to figure some things out. And wide receivers, honestly, because, something we're not thinking about right now, Laramie Tunsil is just the first of the big names to fall. Eventually, we're going to have to say goodbye to some players that we thought were going to be here for a long, long time. It'll happen. This isn't news. It happens every year to every team.
I'm not even trying to be funny. I believe, like when we're talking about the draft stuff, I believe a running back's coming because this is probably Joe Mixon's last year.
It's very likely. I mean, I think he's $10 million this season.
$10 million this year. And
he's old.
this is he's not old. No, don't do that. He's not old, but he's about to hit that 30-year-old.
For a running back, he is old. I'm just saying, Saquon and Derrick Henry, they're old for running backs.
But the 30-year-old mark, the 30-year-old mark has always been the fall off for most running backs.
Yeah. It was that high.
It's 30. It's the 30-year-old year. Once they hit that 3-0, it's like a fall off a cliff for a lot of them.
Yeah.
And when they don't fall off a cliff, teams don't want to pay them.
Yeah. Which is why you get Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley relocating. But, gentlemen, let's take a look with all of what we know about free agency and all the moves we've made so far. Let's take a look at a mock draft. I'm going to pull it up here. Hold on. All right. Are we zoomed in here? Let me see.
Yeah, I can't see anything yet.
Give me a second.
There we go.
Thought it was just me. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's the one I'm looking at.
All right.
Okay.
We're about. Why is there this little video? Get out of here, little video.
I can't stand those little things.
Little pop-up bullshits. All right. So, Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft round 1 here. Does anybody see the Titans going in another position other than quarterback?
I do.
Like, you know, I as much as I hope they don't, like, I really hope they do. Like, I don't want them to go get a quarterback because, you know, they got some mayonnaise over there.
Bro,
Yeah.
it's funny to watch them struggle, guys. I'm gonna keep it real. It just is.
Yeah.
But I think Abdul Carter could be the first pick of the draft. That's just me. I think there's a chance.
I mean, I could see it. I just can't
I feel like
imagine
they
that.
don't need him. I feel like their D line is pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
Abdul
They
Carter.
they do need some edge help. They did let Harold Landry go, and then the other one is Arden Key. So I mean, they could use some edge help for sure. But Cam Ward makes the most sense at number one for me.
It does, but I think we said this once before. If Cam Ward was in last year's draft or even the year before, would he be the first pick? No.
No, he might not even be in the first round.
Correct. And that's my point. That's the only reason why I was like, bro, I'm not sold on Cam Ward. There's part of me that thinks Shedeur is actually a better passer. He's not a better passer.
I think Shedeur is a better passer, but Cam's more athletic.
Yeah.
And ask the Colts how that goes.
Well, I think Cam Ward is better than come on, don't do Cam Ward like that.
Bro, Jalen Milroe might be the most athletic quarterback in the last 2 years.
Yeah, and he's gonna
he's gonna be a third or fourth round.
Yep. Well, look, let's not dwell too long on all this. We're just gonna kind of touch on all these things. All right, gentlemen. Abdul Carter goes 2 to the Browns. Shedeur Sanders. I've seen mocks where he obviously goes top 5. I've seen some where he ends up falling out of the first round entirely. Do you guys see the Giants taking Shedeur?
They need to.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I have to see Tommy DeVito play football and I was a Giants fan, yeah, I'd boycott.
If they don't take a quarterback, like they better take Travis Hunter if they don't take Shedeur. You know what? It ain't even about if they take Shedeur. If they don't take a quarterback, they better take Travis Hunter, because the thing about it is your fan base is not going to be happy about that. That's all I have to say about that. Giants, after the Saquon epidemic, and then he won a Super Bowl.
Malik Neighbors will be demanding a trade if they don't draft a quarterback.
Yeah, it's true. It kind of depends on what the Steelers do later in the draft, but we'll get there. Travis Hunter to the Patriots. Now that's kind of an interesting pick for me, because I don't feel like Mike Vrabel would go for Travis Hunter. I feel like he doesn't like the measurables, the height and the weight of Travis Hunter would kind of scare me off of him. And
he doesn't speak up. Mike Vrabel's an old school football player. Travis Hunter doesn't scream that at all.
No. But you know, they do be needing some players.
But his coach is Dion, so you won't know until he gets in the building.
Yeah, but like,
small.
You know,
he's small.
They're saying they're small.
Yeah,
he's very small. They're saying he's up to 180 now, but the last weigh-in he was 165.
The same complaints. The same complaints they had about Tank Dell is Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They're the exact same.
Because we see where Tank Dell is right now. I mean, I hope
Tank Dell's not hurt because he's small. He's hurt because he has bad fucking luck.
Yeah. Jacksonville making a head-scratching move to draft an edge rusher out of Georgia again, not related to Trayvon Walker, which is kind of crazy to me, but whatever. Raiders going Ashton Genty.
Too early.
I think so too.
Bro, we lost him. We lost Curtis.
All right, so this is now our show. Now we have gotten rid of the host. I don't know what he has going on. His lights went out. The cat ran over his thing. I think the Ashton Genty. Like, okay. So look here. If you want me to be honest, if by some reason Ashton Genty's down there when we pick, I would love that. I don't care what anybody say. Down where we pick. I'm talking
Him
about
or Amarion Hampton. Him or Amarion Hampton. Either one. If they stumble to 25,
I don't
I'm
care what
like, you know
say.
what?
Y'all can say that. Look here, y'all can say about blocking, whatever. If he down there when we pick, y'all better pick him. I don't care. I don't care about no wide receiver. Go trade for one. Let's figure it out.
Yeah. Or just give Stephon Diggs some money. I'm still of opinion of doing that. Just give Stephon Diggs the damn money.
I want him back, but I never know really what's going on over there. That's why that's why they're just kind of signing guys. And
he's in New England.
Oh man, he's back. Man, who's having fun? Who's the
no
Chris
idea what just
show
happened right
or the
there.
Mike and Chris show?
No idea what just happened.
Right.
What was the last thing you guys heard me say?
Oh, we talked about Ashton Genty being drafted
too damn high. Being too high.
Okay, yeah. Genty's too high. Jets, they pick up Armand Membo.
So real quick before you go, we did have a little conversation. I don't care what anybody says, Curtis. If Genty just somehow for any reason is he still okay? If Genty for any reason still on the board, I want him when we pick
25. Yeah.
I'm talking about when we pick. I would pick him if I was with the Raiders as the Texans. No, I wouldn't pick him either. He is too high.
Yeah.
But if he would just somehow, I would take him. I don't care.
Okay. Mason Graham goes to the Panthers. Jahad Campbell to the Saints.
A little high for me. Okay.
I don't understand why Will Campbell went to the Bears in this draft. Didn't
they sign like 7 linemen?
Yeah, they brought in former Falcons center Drew Dahlman. They traded for Joe Thuney. They traded for Alaric Jackson from the Rams. Their interior is completely rebuilt. And then they have realistically Braxton Jones and Darnell Wright, who are both first-round draft picks at the tackle spots.
Yeah.
I mean, it just kind of seems like a waste.
Still be the 4th best team in the NFC. What are they? The North.
Yeah. Jahdae Barron going to the 49ers. At this point, the 49ers could just use everything.
A body.
Yeah, literally. Dallas Cowboys, Matthew Golden. Dolphins go Malachi Starks. That's interesting. I know the Colts are desperate for some secondary moves. But they're going.
If Tyler Warren's there, I could see them doing that because that's he's supposed to be
that might help.
Nah,
bro, he doesn't throw to the damn tight end.
He doesn't throw the ball. He doesn't throw the ball. No, Tyler Warren's. Oh, sons of bitches. Yeah. Just keep going, man. That actually sucked.
That's hurting. Man, keep going, man. You're hurting the man hard. You're hurting his heart. His man's name is right there at 16.
Yep. Will Johnson to the Falcons. Arizona picks Gray Zabel at pick 16. Mike Green.
Looks like a police officer.
He kind of does. Mike Green to the Bengals. Second best tight end off the board, Colston Loveland to the Sea Chickens.
I wouldn't pass on him either if he was available.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce this guy's name. Donovan Easy
Rock
from Boston College.
Hey, that was a good job. Easy Rocco?
Bro, I'm from Bailey.
Okay.
Broncos taking the second first-round running back, Omarion Hampton out of North Carolina. And then here we are, third quarterback, Steelers taking Jackson Dart. I have seen mock drafts where Jackson Dart is as high as number 3.
What the?
I haven't seen.
Did I miss the combine?
The Raiders.
Did I miss the combine? God damn.
The Chargers, Tet McMillan. That would be a solid move for them.
That's
Packers,
a fall from grace if I've never seen one either.
Yeah. Packers, Maxwell Hairston. Vikings, Nick Amanawarrior. Houston Texans. In a prior iteration of this mock draft, he has mocked Ibuka to the Texans. But with the departure of Tunsil, he feels as if Kelvin Banks Jr. out of the University of Texas is the real move. How does that make y'all feel?
I
I
don't know
wanted-
anything about.
I wanted
Pretty
Grace.
mad about it. Huge dude.
Oh, yeah. He's a big dude.
I wanted Grace Abel. That's really what
Michael
it comes down
Williams to the Lions, Kenneth Grant to the Bills, Josh Simmons
to.
to the Chiefs, and
Bro.
then Shamar Stewart to the fucking Eagles. They just can't stop drafting edge rushers.
I would say this, Josh Simmons, my other issue that I have with nothing against him, like it's really not against him at all. Josh Simmons has a ruptured patella tendon. I am recovering from a ruptured patella tendon. It's been a year. I can't run yet. Now, I'm much older than what he is, but when you look at the recovery from that injury from guys that are in the NFL, guys that have tried to, they never come back the same.
Yeah.
They're a step slower, they're a step weaker, and it's normally offensive linemen that have that injury. That's my only fear about drafting that guy first round.
Okay.
When is Ohio State's pro day?
I don't know.
That's what can change my mind. If he does the pro day and he's able to actually move, because that's why he didn't do shit at the combine. He couldn't. He wasn't cleared to. If Nick Caserio wants to risk his career, shoot your shot, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But if he misses on another offensive lineman, they're gonna have his head. Because the jury's still out on Blake Fisher. We know about Kenyon Green. What do we think about Juice Scruggs?
I already told y'all. I'm going back to my Shannon Sharp thing. I don't care if it's orange juice, apple juice, grape juice. I don't care what kind of juice it is. OJ the Juice Man. I don't want to see him on the field.
And that's my point. He has not actually. Patterson is actually the best offensive lineman he's drafted since he's been here. And was Patterson a third round pick or a fourth? Shit, was it a fifth? I can't even remember. Yeah, and that's the best offensive. That's the best offensive lineman he's drafted so far.
I'm gonna give Blake Fisher a pass just until this season. I'm gonna give him a pass, but I don't want to see Juice again. They talked about Juice so much last year.
You don't get a pass till you prove it. I'm not out on Blake Fisher, but he just hasn't proven.
But he was just kind of thrown out there also. He was kind of thrown out there.
And that's why I'm not out on him. I'm not out on him. I haven't seen it.
I did think he was a little better going into the playoffs. I thought he was a tad bit better. But like I say,
Bro, he got manhandled that second round.
Huh?
He got manhandled that game against Kansas City. He was embarrassingly manhandled.
Okay, am I the only one that's seeing the circle spinning? Oh,
okay. No, I knew the circle spinning was coming. There we go.
Okay.
Woo! The important one now.
All right, gentlemen. Hopefully this works. It might just my computer might just be too damn slow.
Did Jackson Dart get drafted? That's what we're about to find out.
All right, so we're about to start this.
Dart's going to be in the first round. I'm being honest.
I think it's realistic that the Steelers could grab him.
Yeah, if even if Aaron Rodgers agrees to, I would do it. Russell Wilson agrees to come back.
Yeah.
The thing is, Pittsburgh needs to draft a quarterback. If they think that Jackson Dart is that high, great. But I do know that they were whining and dying Jordan Milroe over the weekend.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I just cannot believe that they did not pick him. I have no.
They don't have a quarterback. Bro, they don't.
We
They
getting
don't have a
started.
quarterback. Let's do this.
All right. Titans are on the clock. Cam Ward off the board. Abdul Carter, number 2. Shadur to number 3. Mimbo. Okay.
McMillan.
Tet McMillan.
This is closer to real life so far.
It feels like it would be.
Did Loveland go before Tyler? No, he didn't. He went right after him. Will Campbell to the Cowboys? Yeah. Holy shit. Grant.
Genty to the Colts.
Genty to the Colts? Fucking way. None.
No. Malachi Starks.
They go
Kevin Banks just went. Amana Warrior's Gonzo. Ibuka to the Broncos.
Okay.
I can actually see that. I can see that.
I can too.
Yep. All right. So we are on the clock. Let's
God, I
take
almost wish we needed an edge rusher.
Yeah, I know, right? Jahad Campbell, Matthew Golden, like Tyler Booker. Gray Zabel's number 33 on the big board. We do have the option of trading out if we don't like this spot.
What are our offers?
I think we have to make one.
Oh no!
So we could pick. I don't know anything really.
No, I want. If anything, I would trade with somebody in the first round that wants to trade up, and we trade our 25 for like 30, maybe. That's as far as I would go. I wouldn't leave out of the first round unless I was an early second. Like early. Guys, but if we're looking at this, Tyler Booker or Gray Zabel's my only discussion.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I agree completely.
I saw Matthew Golden at U of H. Regardless of what he did for UT, and regardless of what he ran at the combine, I'm not sold on him being a first round receiver. He screams Will Fuller.
Oh my God! I got on him. Okay.
But so Tyler Booker or Gray Zabel, and y'all know where I'm at.
I know you prefer Gray Zabel, but I feel like
I'd be okay. I'd be okay with Tyler Booker. I'd be okay with it.
Chris?
Yeah, I see. I would only say Tyler Booker just for the program, but then I'm thinking about, man, this is not the same Alabama program.
But offensive lineman. He's an offensive lineman, guys.
It really, honestly, it doesn't make me any difference. To be honest.
All right, let's go Tyler Booker then.
Yep, I'm okay with it. I can survive it.
Booker is the selection.
What's the cause going to do anyway?
Yeah. All right, Michael Williams to the Rams. Mike Green to the Ravens. Jahad Campbell to Lions. Golden to the Commanders.
Oh, of course.
That'll work. I can see that working for them.
Yeah. Connerly to the Chiefs. And here we are, round 2.
Can I trade up?
To the edge rusher.
Can I trade up?
To what?
Jackson Dart won Vegas in round 2. It's crazy.
Ooh, I'm watching this and we seeing how it goes. What are we doing? What are we doing here, man?
Oh, there he goes to Miami.
I was wondering if he was going to tumble.
Yeah. We still have a couple other offensive linemen on the board. Donovan Jackson from Ohio State. We got some options coming. Oh, there he goes. But
man, you jinxed us.
Yeah, got that. I got that dog in me. Bing. Okay, we're up
All right, let's see
again,
what we
gentlemen.
got.
We have one trade offer. It is for 58, and we get a third round pick 87, 2 sevens, and a fourth and a fifth next year.
Ooh,
Okay, so
nah,
can we see what's on the board? I want to see what's on the board.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that trade in general. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't either, but you got to still look and see what's on the board first.
So here we are at pick 58. We got a couple interior offensive linemen.
Ooh, that's one I like right there.
What, Marcus?
Marcus and Elijah Arroyo.
Yeah,
Tight
but
end.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine we're going to draft a tight end.
I couldn't either,
I
but
can't either.
it's a guy that I like.
Yeah. Now, I wouldn't be upset if we went like secondary here and picked up like Ben Morrison. Just to kind of push Ron Darby out of the room.
Oh no, if we push Ron Darby to legitimately the fourth corner, ooh, Jonas Savalea.
Yeah, we still got some options when it comes to
Yeah,
drafting.
we do. God damn, we do.
So how are we feeling here at 58?
Man, there are quite a few options. Like, oh, man.
Bro, I sort of want to steal that Washington thing and double up on a weakness. I really do. Because every
No, I'm
part
with
of
you
me
on
would
that.
love not to have to play Lakin. Like, we don't even have to play him. He becomes a swing guard. You don't even hear about that, but
Yeah.
do you know how much it would be great to make him a swing guard?
Yeah. Be an embarrassment of riches at that point. I think we probably go because I think we can get some wide receivers in round 3. And I think we can just
I
grab
so
at least one.
Wide
So
receivers,
I think
feel
we
like that's a different thing now than it used to be.
yeah. I think we go corner here, and then we have 2 picks in the third round, 10 picks away from each other. We go offensive line and wide receiver with those picks. How you feeling about that? Or vice versa in the third?
Yeah, because there's another offensive lineman I got on the back of my head that he actually might be available at that third pick.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't be against Ben Morrison. I really wouldn't.
Good. Chris? Cool with
No,
that?
I mean, I agree. I'm always down to the secondary being beefed up. So yeah, we can go secondary here because I think, like I say, it's probably what they're going to end up doing anyway. They're gonna sneak in some defense here and there.
Yeah. All right. Benjamin Morrison, corner out of Notre Dame, is our second round pick.
Oh, and we got an A.
Nice. I like how it gives us the immediate grade. I'm here for it.
Yeah, Ben fell down the board. I expected him to already have been gone.
Yeah.
I expected him to be an early second round pick.
There goes the long named guy, Savania or whatever his name. Yeah.
That's a nasty offensive lineman, bro.
Yep.
He's mean.
All right, here comes our first third round pick right here.
Oh my God. Damn.
All right.
Right.
Look, I was looking at that too. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm looking at you, Mike.
I was like, shit, I said we wasn't gonna pick a tight end, but Dalton Schultz don't like to block. No, Jalen Noel.
All right. So we do have another interior offensive lineman here, Jared Wilson. We got some other
Jared Wilson.
higher.
Isn't Jared Wilson naturally a center?
Yes. He is.
Man, I won't scapegoat.
No, man. No.
I'm
no.
being funny.
We've got
God, no.
another third round.
I'm being funny.
Do we go Jared Wilson here? We go
Is
Jared
Tate
Wilson?
Ratledge still available too?
I don't.
How far down?
Is
How
that
far
the
down is
guy
Ratledge?
from Georgia?
Yep, this other guy
Or
from
the
Georgia.
guard from Georgia? No, he's already
Yep.
gone.
Damn, he did go.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Yeah, he gone.
he gone.
Wilson it is. And then 10 picks from now, we'll be drafting a wide receiver. C+ for Jared Wilson.
Which means they feel like we reached.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, we back. All right,
Let's
so
fill
we've
some good
got
receivers real quick. Oh, somebody offered us a
we
trade.
got a trade offer.
Ooh.
Yep. We get a 3, 4, and a 5. And we move back. What is that?
9 places.
9 spots?
9 spots.
Yeah.
I might take that one, guys. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I might take that one.
We've got other offers. Let's see what we got. We have 4 trade offers. So 2 3s
Go back
and
one
a
spot.
6.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see what this
that would be a
one's-
yeah for me. What else we got?
Jaguars are offering.
No.
Kiss my ball. We lost this guy again.
Come on. No. All right,
Now
y'all.
you got-
This is the Chris and Mike show once again, or the Mike and Chris show, however you guys want to spin it. We're really having technical difficulties with Curtis today. Not really sure what's going on. Usually it's one of us that's having the technical difficulties.
I got the good internet today, so we're all fun in the games. Oh God!
We're just not sure what's going on today.
But Chris, didn't you think Elijah Arroyo was finna fall for just a second there?
Yeah, I mean, I like that Rams. Because
I like that Rams.
The Jacksonville one wasn't that
2/3.
good.
Nah, bro, I'm not trading with the Jaguars. Thank you for Christian Kirk, but I'm not trading with the Jaguars. I'm not doing
Yeah,
it.
it's true.
We don't help our own division.
I mean, I hope it didn't go away. I hope he still has it up.
Like he's paused right there. Oh God.
That was getting real interesting too.
Because I'm gonna be honest, that Chargers deal, I probably do it. I only move down 1 pick, and you give me another third.
I know Chargers. I know the Rams.
Was it the Rams?
It was the Rams.
They're both in LA. Who cares? Nobody
Yeah.
cares. Nobody in LA cares for those teams.
You are not lying. I mean, especially except for Matthew Stafford's wife.
Yeah, she cares.
Isn't this magical? Ugh.
Abracadabra.
Whoop. Whoop.
And we back.
Hey, you didn't lose it, did you?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Good.
We still here.
I was gonna have. I was
All right.
have a heart attack.
No, you're good.
So no,
we're
to
doing the
Dolphins.
Dolphins or
Anything,
the
I
Rams?
want the one that the whatever LA team that was, which I believe was the Rams. And I know we still have another trade offer besides the Jacksonville one.
Trade back
but
1 spot, get 2/3.
Yeah, it just makes more sense.
That was I think this one's the good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do
Mike?
too. And we pick up a 6th. Yeah, let's do it.
That's fine.
Because at this point, as I'm looking at the draft, there's nobody that just screams like, "Oh, I gotta have him." No.
Yeah. Well, we've moved back 1 spot. The Rams are going with someone. Beck out of TCU.
Damn. That's actually who I would have fallen on, but I like
we got another
Noel as
trade
well.
up.
No,
Oh hell no!
not
Wow.
that
No
one.
trade up.
What?
Surely not that one.
Yeah. So we got Jalen Noel out of Iowa State as a wide receiver. Jalen Royals out of Utah State. I think we should probably look at. We can go by position here. Tez Johnson out of Oregon.
Tez Johnson to me at best
Yeah.
5th round pick.
Let's look at some D linemen. Josh Farmer.
I forgot.
He's a big fella,
Big boy.
right?
Is Big Boy from Kentucky still there? Or is he already gone? I didn't see him. No, I got the attention span.
I don't know what his name is.
Nah, he's gone. He's gone. He's not gonna be that far down. He probably was an early 3rd.
Yeah. So here we are sitting at 90. Do we go defensive line here? Do we go wide receiver? Is there a wide receiver that we can't miss on here?
I like Noel. I really do.
Okay. Chris?
I didn't want you to.
I'm fine with the Noel pick. Also, I mean, yeah, I'm completely fine with it.
I watched.
We got an extra third that's coming up in like 10 picks or something like that. What do we get for that? I can't even see it. It's stupid ad
Right.
in a way.
Move, ad, move.
I know. A+.
Okay,
told you.
Great on that one. It's a pretty solid draft so far, gentlemen.
Yeah, but we finna fuck it up.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say we finna fuck it up is we ended up with an extra 3rd round pick.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I think in this extra 3rd round pick spot, we should probably go with a defensive lineman, or like I'm if Josh Farmer's still here, and he is, I think we've got to take him.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
No.
We have 4 more trade offers. I don't like this first one.
No.
Don't like
I
that
have
one either.
4th and a 6th.
No.
Why would I do that? What?
No. This is the pick we just got from somebody. Surely not. No.
That 4th and that
No.
6th, when I think back to it, it wasn't that bad. But no, there's a guy here.
No.
He's a good football player. It gives me a reason.
Josh
it gives
Farmer?
us a reason not to.
It
gives us a reason not to bring back in Fotokasi, who's still a free agent.
Yeah. And he'd probably be a decent someone to pair with Sheldon Rankins. And yeah. All right, let's go Farmer. Show me the grade. A+.
Look at that
We're
shit.
crushing it. Smacking it. Smacking it in the teeth. All right. All right. So we don't pick again for a little bit. We don't have a 4th round pick. So we won't see any action until the 5th.
God.
I don't feel like we're missing too much, so it's fine.
Yeah.
There go Tez. Now, Tyler Shaw, I don't think he'd have lasted this long. I think he'd already been gone. So I think he's going to end up going before Quinn Ewers.
Yeah. Interesting.
Are you talking about
now
TV?
Dylan Sampson down here, if he sticks around by the time they're to the Packers.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind grabbing him in the 5th. Yeah.
Savion Jones, I know him.
He gone. Dylan Fairchild, another interior offensive line. He gone. There go Will Howard, top-rated quarterback at the moment.
Gonna be here for a while.
Oh yeah.
I know Ty Felton.
There you go.
There he goes. Cowboys.
Oh, he's gonna be the next Cooper Rush.
Oh, damn. Shit, going to play for Jerry Jones?
Lord of the Money Bags.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Burns, but in real life.
Yeah, for real. Mr. Burns, but was also at the.
Y'all see Shiloh Sanders come off the board?
I don't
Bro?
think so.
I don't want him, but I mean,
Well, I
that
don't
is-
want him either, but I was just surprised that he just came off the board. Like, I swear, like, just 2 picks, like, whatever pick is before Philly, I swear he just came off the board.
guys, do y'all remember Torrey Horton?
Carolina.
Holy shit.
Okay.
No.
It's more because I'm happy.
You don't
for him
remember
because,
Torrey
I'll be
Horton?
honest, I think he's going to get drafted.
You remember
Not
Torrey
familiar with
Torrey Horton, him and his quarterback were the two that had all those different NIL deals to transfer to different schools, but they decided to stay at Colorado State because they were building something. And he had a shitty ass year. Him and his quarterback. Kyle McCord still won't be there. I can see Dylan Gabriel.
Trevor
in there,
Etienne.
No. I agree. I don't want nothing to do with that family. Not that they're bad guys. Just that came out wrong.
All right. So how are we feeling about maybe going with what position do you guys think we should get here?
We don't have any more room on the defensive line in general. I wouldn't be opposed to an offensive tackle if they had one that was worth.
Let's take a peek. We're at 166. This guy's rated 144.
Already brought in a cornerback.
Yeah.
Guys, y'all want to kick it?
Shit. What about a linebacker? Jeffrey Bassa out of Oregon.
I don't know that guy.
I don't either. Not personally, anyway. I mean, realistically, I want Dante Thornton because he's got top end speed. And
I've heard that, and he's a big body too, isn't he? He's a big dude.
Yeah, he's kind of lanky. Yeah. I think we could put some weight on him and make him a real problem. But
well, I'm saying if he'd have had weight, he'd have been a tight end. Except he's fast.
That's shit.
Wasn't he 4.4?
We still got Jimmy Horton Jr. I feel like he ran faster than that.
Yeah, I know it was fast, much faster than they expected, even at his size.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm really surprised Jimmy Horn Jr. is still there.
I'm not.
He ran a 4.3. Dante Thornton Jr.
Thornton. Okay.
Yeah, 4.30.
And Jimmy Horn didn't run like they thought he was. His shuttle was slower too than what they expected.
Yeah.
He really should have probably went back to college for a year, but hey.
I don't want Jimmy Horn Jr. either, but somebody.
Do you think this would be too early for Thornton?
I'm trying to. Okay, so check this out. He is 6'5".
Yep.
He is 205 pounds. And running a 4.30, dude. It might be too early to pick him, but I don't know if he'll be around by the next time.
Go ahead. Let's go for it. Let's see.
Yeah, that's fine.
C+, but we're talking 5th round picks here. Fuck it.
And the thing about it is he's going to be a project.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
And he's got the physical intangibles to make it work.
Yeah, Kyle McCord would not last this long. I guarantee he's already drafted by now. Dylan Gabriel doesn't sort of sucks to be 5'9". With your cleats on.
Okay, he's off the board. Dylan Gabriel's still here.
That's what I'm saying. That's a little crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, they finally got him. There he goes. He'll never play, but I mean, there goes Kyle McCord. Okay.
All right, we got another draft Or we got another trade option. I don't really like it.
I don't either.
Not really.
All right.
Yes. Yeah, they're gonna think I'm crazy. Maybe it's a little late, but we got to go running back.
Trevor Etienne.
God damn it.
Damian Martinez, Trevor Etienne, Brashard Smith, Jaden Blue,
Ooh.
Jaquavius Marks,
Bro, your pronunciation
Donovan
is
Edwards,
amazing on that one.
Taj Brooks.
I know what you're thinking in your head, Chris.
Man.
This guy ain't get Etienne. God damn it.
Etienne it is.
Just because his brother's already at 80+.
No, because he is a good running back, but his brother's always broke up. He's always hurt.
But the Jags use him wrong. They use his little ass to run in between the tackles.
And the thing is, they have Tank Bigsby, so I have no idea why they do that.
Exactly. It's like they forget which one is which, and they're just like, get out there, kid.
Well, you know that new coach looks sort of psycho-ish, so who knows what they might do now.
I can't figure out which eye I want to look at when I'm looking at Liam Cohen.
He looks fucking nuts. Norman Bates nuts.
He looks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah. You know, now that you put that in my head, that's going to stick.
Oh, yeah. All right. Do we, with the last two picks here for us in the 7th, do we try to go offensive line again? What are we thinking here? Because we're coming up quick.
I say linebacker.
Yeah, I actually might have to agree. I might have to agree with you on that one.
If you want me to be completely honest, I say linebacker.
That's fine. We got a few options: Cody Simon, Kane Madrano, Eugene Asante. We're picking at 236. I mean, a couple of these guys would be absolute steals.
I don't know a lot about Cody Simon, but Ohio State's defense was pretty good. So if he's hidden around there somewhere.
Yeah, it's kind of where I was thinking.
Yeah.
Chris, go with Cody?
Yeah, no, that's completely fine with me. It's more about depth to me than anything.
That was an
A+. If we're being honest,
yeah.
Christian Harris, how much longer do we give this guy?
Right.
To be hurt.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, now.
All right, now last pick, we should get a kicker.
Oh no, God, no! What's best available? What is it?
This is the best available. Riley Mills, he's a defensive lineman. Keandre Lambert Smith is a wide receiver. Deontay Trader Jr., he's a safety. Riley Leonard is still here.
Holy shit!
Luke Lackley.
Okay, so question. So I'm thinking either wide receiver or safety.
Okay. Well, let's look at wide receiver.
Yeah, we did just no. Actually, I agree with more safety. We've drafted 2 wide receivers in this draft. We're gonna have to cut somebody.
Oh, we got 2 wide. Oh, we did get 2 wide receivers. Okay, yeah. No,
yeah. Let's go safe. Yeah. Let's go safety because we actually just cut our young safety.
Yeah. There is another Georgia safety on the board. Dan Jackson, Keaton Crawford, Craig Woodson. I wonder if he's related to Charles, and then Dante Trader Jr.
I know Dan Jackson. I know the name very well. I've seen. I think he was one of those guys they didn't think was actually going to be drafted.
Yeah,
because he was
Ricky Wright.
Well, what does that tell you then?
The reason I think I'm not trying to be funny, guys. I think the guy's white. So and they were like white safety.
But look, if he's not John, if he ain't John Lynch, white, I don't want him.
Bro, but they only made one John Lynch.
You ain't lying, but that's just how I feel. If he ain't John Lynch, white,
you must ain't seen the Cooper DeJean memes.
Yeah,
who is a white safety.
You know, I forgot he is a safety. He did go to a pretty good team.
Cooper DeJean, he's not a safety; he's a corner.
No, he's a safety. No, they're playing
Yeah.
him as he's a safety.
No.
Well,
He's a corner.
he was a safety and a corner when he came out, and he plays.
No,
Jalen
you're
Pinkett.
right. He's a corner because that's why they got rid of Darius Slay.
No, they're not. They're playing him in the slot. They're playing him just like we do.
But they're supposed to be moving him. They said after they got rid of Darius Slay that they're moving him to where Slay was.
Watch and see.
We'll see. But for now, who
Let's
are we
go
feeling?
Dante Schrader.
Yeah,
Dante Schrader.
because
Dante Schrader Jr.
Yeah, I'm not.
This guy's not going to play.
I'm not so.
If he plays,
Schrader's
it's going to be because he just killed it. He just killed it in camp.
I'm cool with that. We got an A+ for it too. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, we pretty well annihilated this draft.
And I'm convincing myself.
I didn't want to be the one to say that I thought that Dan Jackson was white. I mean, his name is Dan, but then he had the last name Jackson, so he could have been black.
No. I actually know who he is. That's why I said that. I know who he is.
All right. So pretty solid draft, gentlemen. I guess we did reach a little bit on Thornton, but we're drafting on upside there. Apparently we reached on Jared Wilson, but in theory we got a center.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy with this. So we got a center and a guard, we got a corner and a safety, 2 wide receivers, a defensive lineman, a running back, and a linebacker.
The only thing I would have said we probably could have brought in was another offensive tackle, but hey, I'm good. I'm good with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I wish Scatterboo would have failed.
Bro, stop.
Man, I like Scatterboo. He's talking about. I can't even say his name correctly. Workhorse. He a workhorse. Need a workhorse. Damian Pierce can't stay healthy.
Do you know what? When I hear Cam Scatterboo, you know what I think of? Y'all remember Toby Gerhardt?
Oh man, that's hilarious.
That's what I think of when I hear Scatterboo, because that's the hype that Gerhardt had. Oh my God, he's going to come into the NFL and do this. And I actually want Scatterboo to be successful. I really do.
Well, I don't think he's going to be drafted high either, though. I never thought he ain't.
Third round.
All right.
Scatterboo will be going by third.
Gentlemen, we just completed mock draft number 1. We'll do another one closer to time after maybe some more moves, or maybe some of the Texans brass has come out and said some things, but pretty solid, pretty damn solid, gentlemen. I think this is a good spot to go ahead and wrap it up. So do you guys have any closing comments?
No, because I got to go back to sleep.
Respect.
Hey, screenshot that. Let's keep track of that. Let's keep track of each one of these, what we can do when we come back and they draft. Let's see how many we actually get lucky on and hit.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna have to do that in post because I already exited out of the whole website and everything. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
We'll write it down. Just write it down.
Exactly. I'll just staple it to something.
Yeah, it's not like you just go through. Like I say, you can always just go watch it on YouTube and somebody can screenshot it. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, folks, I want to thank you all for watching. Go ahead, take some time out of your evening, take some time out of your day. Go to Mike's channel at Mass3 Productions. Like, subscribe, notification bell. Trying to grow his channel. Do the same thing over with Chris's That's Crazy Podcast and Talk. Like, subscribe, notification bell. Do the same thing here. We're trying to grow and get in front of more Texans fans each and every day. And your like, your subscribe helps do that tremendously. So, folks, be good people. Go Texans. Fuck the Cowboys.
Fuck the Cowboys.